We got a couple more seconds to go. Ooh, it's coming up, it's coming up, it's coming up. Yay! Me. Me. Oh, 2, 1. Ta-da!
We're a tribe of warriors. In ancient times, we were responsible for patrolling and defending all of Natlan.
Oh.
So Old Khan's still managing to sow discord.
New area?
These years.
If you want to resolve a conflict through dialogue, sometimes you need a third-party facilitator.
Is this a new area?
At this time and place, I'll bet the easiest person to find is...
Are we riding through the sky?
Has gotten lost and can't find its way back to his body.
I just want to rescue someone, and
Oh?
Granny won't let me.
Oh?
500 years later, and it's resurfaced again.
I worry that we risk repeating the mistakes of the Cinder City.
Oh.
As long as the soul is involved, I should be able to help.
A new boss?
Be free.
Oh. Oh.
Time to say hello.
Oh. That's cool.
It's either your end or mine! Before the final moment truly arrives, we must fight harder than ever.
Ooh. Redemption go time. I kind of... Okay, maybe I wasn't expecting that. I was not expecting that. The trailer was not what I expected. Oh. But we get a new area, that's one thing. I'm curious about the one on the wall, because it looks like Abyss Herald. My curiosity peaks.
Hey travelers, welcome to the Genshin Impact version 5.2
Oh, the
special program.
developers!
I'm Gabe from the Loke team.
And I'm Kai. We meet again. Whoa, a cuckoo soar. Want to join us?
Ooh!
Hey, don't be shy. Come out and say hello.
Aww!
I'm not
Cute.
sure what that meant, but it was adorable.
She approves of your compliment.
Hey, I didn't know you could speak Saurian.
Oh, I can't. But I can make an educated guess based on her body language.
Whoa, are all cuckoosaurs as friendly as this one?
Adult cuckoosaurs are usually very proud creatures,
Ooh.
but there are always exceptions.
Well, since our cuckoosaur friend kicked things off for us, I know just the place to start. The Flower Feather Clan.
All right, let's do it. Cuckoosaurs live among the Flower Feather Clan, which is suspended high above the mountains. This is
Oh.
a tribe of warriors, and most of their people can command the power of the skies. It was the Flower Feather Clan's ancient duty to patrol and safeguard the entire region of Natlan. As elite special forces, their job was to detect threats, disseminate intel, and quickly neutralize any dangers to the nation. Though the circumstances are different now, the tribe never forgot its origins. They still hold trials to assemble the fastest teams in the tribe. The trials test the pilot's skill and teamwork with the cuckoosaurs.
Oh, I'm so pumped about these cuckoosaurs.
I'm curious about the guys who are flying it.
Are the proudest out of all the Saurians. They know that they're the kings of the sky. Cuckoosaurs can consume phlogiston
Whee,
to
we're
climb higher or
flying!
perform a horizontal roll in midair. Holding the sprint button allows them to enter an accelerated glide state after a horizontal roll. In addition, they
Oh.
can even use phlogiston wind tunnels to quickly cover great
Ooh!
Okay, So I'm assuming that cuckosaurs are really hard to tame.
Yeah, that's true. You need to prove yourself in some worthwhile feat, like demonstrating exceptional archery skill during flight. That's the only
Oh?
way to become a true cuckoosaur rider.
Wow, that's so strict.
Ooh.
Yeah, tell me about it. But okay, now that we've got a glimpse of the Flower Feather clan, it's time for a quiz.
What? Already?
Yep, I hope you're prepared. Every tribe in that land has a unique way of communicating with their Saurian companions. The members of the Flower Feather clan use a special item to summon their cuckosaurs. What is that item?
God knows.
A basket filled with their favorite foods?
A whistle?
Here's a hint. We just saw the answer in the previous video.
Oh, I remember now. Horn.
Ding ding ding! Cuckosaurs
Oh.
live far from the tribe
That was
and
fun
from
far
each
off.
other. So in order to summon them, the tribespeople use whistles and horns to produce loud
That
noises.
wasn't far off.
So there's your overview of cuckosaurs.
Huh.
Maybe they sound a little unapproachable compared to other saurians, but don't worry, travelers. If you get into a tough situation, then Chaska, the Flower Feather
Ooh,
clan's expert
Chaska.
peacemaker, can help mediate the conflict.
Knitch mentioned that her method of mediation is silencing both parties. Is that true?
Well, that's only in special cases. Most of the time, Chaska barely needs to intervene. Everyone knows what she's capable of, so people usually find a way to set aside their differences when she shows up.
Oh, so she doesn't just handle conflicts between humans and saurians. She keeps the peace between people, too.
Exactly. Chaska was corrupted by abyssal power as a child, so she has a strong compulsion to fight, but she knows how to rein it in.
Right. I heard that she was
Ooh.
abandoned as a baby. It seems like she's been through a lot.
Yeah, but luckily for her, the cuckosaurs took her in and raised her as one of their own. In addition to hunting and flying, Chaska gained a lot of unique combat experience from her saurian childhood.
Oh, I want to see the combat.
Chaska is in your party. Defeating monsters will restore phlogiston to your party. While
Oh.
she's in the Night Soul's blessing state, Chaska can ride and control her gun like a cuckoosaur.
What?
The Soul Sniper doesn't just increase her movement speed and resistance
Oh
to
my.
interruption, it also allows her to get a better
It's
angle
a
on her
unique way of flying.
Wow, that mid-air perspective is so cool. It seems so liberating.
Yeah, and Chaska's fierce when she's in the zone.
Oh.
In the Night Soul's blessing state, Chaska's normal attacks deal animo damage to enemies in front of her. Unleashing a charged attack in this state will cause Chaska
Whoa.
to enter a special aiming mode. This allows her to lock onto a set number of enemies within range and fire
That's
up to
cool.
6 Shadow Hunt shells, which deal animo damage upon impact. In
A
addition,
flying gun.
every pyro, hydro,
Or
fire,
riding the
or
flying gun.
electro character
That still
in
sounds
your
wrong.
party, one of Chaska's Shadow Hunt shells will undergo an elemental conversion to deal the corresponding type of elemental damage.
Whoa, no way! So Chaska can directly deal other types of elemental damage based on the characters in her party.
Oh,
Since
that's
she's an
interesting.
animal character, she can swirl them at the same time. That's awesome.
Yeah, I know,
Ooh.
right? Her elemental burst has a similar function too.
Oh?
Chaska fires a gale-splitting Soul Seeker shell during her burst, which deals animo damage. The attack
Oh.
then splits into 6 Soul Seeker shells, which continue to attack nearby enemies. These shells
Ooh.
can also undergo elemental conversion.
Very
That's
interesting.
so cool. No wonder she's one of the strongest warriors in her tribe.
Speaking of her tribe, the warriors from the Flower Feather clan are formidable for sure, but we should also shed some light on those who aren't as skilled.
Oh, are you talking about the wingless? That's what the tribe calls people who fail the flight trials, right? They're
Oh?
the challengers who fail to earn the recognition of a cuckosaur.
Exactly. But the name doesn't indicate that those people are weak or deserve to be cast aside. The Flower Feather
Yes.
clan has its own definition of strength. There's a
Hmm.
tacit understanding that the wingless are supposed to be protected until they can fly by themselves. But that assumption is challenged in Tribal Chronicles Tlalocan. Someone will dare to ask, what if you didn't need a cuckosaur to fly? If you could
No.
change the rules, then maybe there wouldn't be any wingless to begin with. Now, whether that's the right path is for us to discover. Chaska will also be there to help us find the answer. So,
Okay.
be sure to check out Chaska's Tribal Chronicle if you're interested in what happens.
Is there
I'm very
anything else that
interested.
you can tell us?
Remember how I mentioned that Chaska was raised by Kukusaurs?
Yeah, tell us about it.
Her Saurian mother will make an appearance in this quest.
Oh?
Even though she's joined human society, Chaska still goes to visit her Saurian mother on occasion, especially when she needs some help with a tough situation.
Oh, so Cheska still has a soft side, even though she's a fearsome warrior.
Definitely. The Flower Feather Clan is also the setting for the Archon Quest Chapter 5 interlude. All fires fuel the flame. The tribe is
Ooh.
facing a crisis, and they'll need the travelers' help to find a solution.
What kind
Oh.
of crisis?
Well, the Flower Feather Clan suffered the worst of the abyssal contamination during the battle in version 5.1. It's not just the human body that can't withstand high concentrations of abyssal power. For most people, it also damages the mind. Many
Oh.
members of the Flower Feather Clan are suffering from the mental repercussions of the abyss, and the tribe is in desperate need of aid. Eon-san will be there too. After rebuilding her own tribe, the Collective of Plenty, she's traveling around Natland to help those in need.
The people of Natland really value unity, don't they? No one fights alone. That's one of my favorite things about Natland. Oh, wait. It looks like the captain will also be there.
Yes, the captain will also offer help to the tribe. You may pick up on some interesting information if you pay close attention to what he has to say.
Ooh.
The captain rarely gives away too much information in his regular interactions.
Okay.
But his secrecy here seems a little peculiar. So keep an eye out. But of course, restoring Natland's fighting spirit remains the top priority. After all, the war isn't over yet. The abyssal contamination is still around, and we have a very important battle ahead. Natland needs mental fortitude more than ever before.
The Flower Feather Clan is pretty close to the Masters of the
Ooh.
Nightwood, where the Ictomosaurs live. That tribe could be
Oh,
another
it
good
won't
place
be in
to
this,
recover
but
from the battle.
a conversion
Let's
then.
check it out.
If you head
The
west
ending.
from the Stadium of the Sacred Flame and go past the towering walls, you eventually arrive at the settlement of the mysterious Masters of the Nightwind.
Oh?
The tribal settlement offers a unique glowing landscape at night. If you
Oh.
venture even further, then you might encounter the tribe's Wath Ictomosaur Elder or one of the many shamans who can communicate with spirits. I even
Ooh.
heard that the witch doctors who live there can help cleanse your spirit. Plus, the graffiti art is really incredible.
Whoa,
In
it's so
fact,
vibrant.
There's something special about this one. Can you figure it out, travelers? It's kind of tricky, right?
It looks like a
Well,
bird.
don't worry, the Ictomosaurs can help us out.
Oh.
Ictomosaurs are known for their wisdom. They can use their
Oh.
unique sight to detect things that can't be seen through normal means.
Oh.
Okay.
Right. Ictomosaurs are especially skilled at detecting ley lines and phlogiston. They can absorb
Ooh.
power from phlogiston objects
Ooh.
to enhance their abilities. Doing so allows them to jump higher, move faster, or even
Like,
obtain
look at the middle
surprising
glide.
rewards.
It's like a
Ictomosaurs
bat.
can also
Oh, it is a
extract
kind of.
information from graffiti art to create special objects.
Oh.
I bet that'll come in handy for solving puzzles.
Definitely, especially in Tribal Chronicles Mictlan, which will become available in version 5.2. The first two acts feature a lot of intriguing puzzles, so be sure
Ooh.
to check them out, travelers. Some of them will require the help of an Ictomosaur, and others can be solved on your own.
I noticed that
Okay.
Ictomosaurs can perform fast-paced jumps when they have enough phlogiston, and it looks like so much fun. Do we know anyone who can use that ability? Besides the new Saurian, I mean.
Yes, Auroron can do it
Oh.
too.
Oh.
Ictomosaurs, Auroron has the ability to rise into the air. He
Whoa.
also has a keen sense of perception. While charging an aimed shot, Auroron will enter the spirit speaker state, allowing him
Oh.
to extract power from Natland's graffiti and runes.
Speaking of Aurora,
Whoa.
I was honestly super surprised by his personality. Before the 5.1 Archon quest, I thought that he looked like a stern, stoic, and harsh type of character. But as it turns out, he's just a sweet kid.
Yeah, it's kind of unexpected, right?
That's true.
Is he really that sweet, though? Just to think about all the
He's the
around
guy
and
that
manage
has many
battles.
mysteries.
Ah, true.
The tribe's people of the Masters of the Nightwind are known for being eccentric.
Oh.
But Auroron really takes it to the next level.
Yeah, it sounds like he does things his own way.
Oh.
I wonder if that extends to his combat abilities.
It does.
I want to see the combat.
Is a bit different from the Natlan characters we've met.
Okay, okay.
He doesn't need to depend on the Night Soul's Blessing state to gain Night Soul points, and he can maintain the Night Soul's Blessing state even while he's off-field.
Oh?
Ah, that does sound different from the other Natlan characters. So how do his abilities work?
Let me start by explaining how Auroran gains Night Soul points. This can happen in multiple ways. For example, Auroran can gain Night Soul points when one of his party members triggers a Night Soul burst. He can
Oh?
also gain them when other party members deal Hydro or Electro attacks to enemies after
Interesting.
Auroran unleashes his elemental
Whoa.
Oh, then it sounds like he works well with Hydro and Electro characters.
Yep. And in combat, when enemies take damage from electro-charged reactions or other party members deal Night Soul aligned damage, Auroran can consume Night Soul points to enter the Night Soul's Blessing state and trigger
Whoa.
the Hypersense effect, dealing electro damage.
Oh, I see. So you need to pair him with the right characters if you want him to gain Night Soul points, enter the Night Soul's Blessing state, and trigger the effect.
Exactly. Though I should mention that Auroran doesn't need to be on the field to trigger the Hypersense effect.
Okay.
He can trigger it even while he's off-field? That sounds really useful.
Totally.
That's
His
interesting.
Elemental Burst provides a convenient way to deal damage and support.
Now I'm
your
trying to
party.
figure out what team we can be
Auroran
in.
performs an ancient reach roll with his burst to summon a supersonic Oculus, which
Whoa.
taunts nearby enemies to draw them in. Once they're up close, the Oculus releases a sound wave to deal damage.
Whoa.
Should be great for crowd control.
Yes, with Auroran in your
I
party,
think
dealing with
I got an
large groups of
idea.
enemies
I think I
should
got a
be
rough
lot
idea of the
easier.
teams I have.
And speaking of making things easier, Auroran can also improve the exploration experience by
Ooh.
boosting the gliding speed of your characters.
Interesting.
Auroran really cherishes his friends. With a little teamwork on his side, I'm sure victory will always be within reach.
Cool. So we introduced two of the upcoming regions in this update. The
Yeah.
Flower Feather Clan and the Masters of the Nightwind. But there's more.
Oh?
Version 5.2 actually introduces another new region. It's called Ochkanatlan.
Oh, I
Oshk-
think we caught a glimpse of this ancient city when we were looking at the Flower Feather Clan. It's really beautiful from far away, but those clouds look kind of ominous. It looks completely abandoned. Is it dangerous?
Yes, this is a restricted area in Natlan due to its severe abyssal contamination, and
Oh.
it seems uninhabited. Over the years, many adventurers have come here in search of treasure or to slay the dragon. Unfortunately, none of them have ever returned. The Flower Feather Clan often sends riders to patrol the area and to prevent people from getting too close.
Wait, did you say slay the dragon?
Yeah, I know we introduced some adorable saurians earlier, but this creature is actually really terrifying. It
Whoa.
occupies this ancient city and guards it fiercely. If it detects an intruder, then it will attack without hesitation.
Okay.
Okay,
that's
kinda looks like the
pretty
Valen, though.
concerning.
It's
Electric
easy
Dvalin.
to take human-saurian coexistence for granted these days, but it actually took generations of effort to reach this point. This
Like it-
relationship wasn't nearly so
Oh?
harmonious in the ancient past. Travelers will need to explore Ochkanatlan to uncover the reason behind this dragon's rampage. Of course, travelers won't have to do this alone. Here, take a look.
Oh?
Oh,
This
Ah!
is a very important companion who will help us explore Ochkanatlan.
Cute!
Kokoweek. As
Cookie!
for his power, well, why don't you take a guess?
okay. Is he our moral support? You know, maybe he could make a cute noise every now and then to cheer us up.
Hey, let's not put our Tapetlosaur friend out of a job. Little one works really hard.
Okay.
I
then
find it
I've got
adorable,
nothing.
though.
Remember how I mentioned that Ochkanatlan is heavily corroded by the abyss?
Wait.
Well, that's where Kokoweek comes in. We can use his power to clear abyssal contamination. Follow the direction indicated by his light to collect secret source scraps and enhance his power. Once Kokoweek has enough power, you can take him to track down the evil dragon.
What a useful little guy.
I know,
Def-
right?
now it kind
to
of reminds me of
explore
Dvalin.
Ochkanatlan
Story
with
at the
two
beginning.
companions, Kokoweek and Little One. In fact, I've heard there's even a special token around here that can enable Little One to traverse a volcano. A new adventure with Little One awaits in version 5.2.
Oh?
This update will bring us one step closer to uncovering the mysteries of Little One's past. Familiar Saurian companions can also help us explore Ochkanatlan.
Oh?
For example, with the help of a Kaholasaur, we can evade source mechanism attacks.
Ooh.
With the help of an Ikitomisaur, we can solve certain puzzles. With the help of a Kukusaur, we might even be able to chase down the
Okay,
evil
now
dragon.
it kind of reminds me of
But
joining the
we'll
story
leave the
again.
rest for you to discover, travelers.
Wait, are those some kind of lava fish?
Ooh.
Does this mean we can fish in Netland?
Yes, but I've got some friendly advice, travelers. You should be very careful while exploring Ochkanatlan. Some of the abyssal
Ooh.
monsters here can distort their appearance to mimic powerful enemies. High-level monsters such as the Tenebrous Papilla
Whoa.
can mimic even stronger enemies.
Huh? It looks like these monsters take the form of plants outside of combat.
Yep, that's true. The abyss has corroded Natlan's
Oh
ley
my.
lines, allowing these monsters
I
to
hope
rear
that I don't
their
have this
inside of
one
them
boss I
and
don't
mimic
like.
creatures from Tevat.
How do we defeat them?
Travelers will need to use elemental attacks to break the enemy's protective void wards.
Okay.
Doing so allows them to take damage and causes them to enter a brief state of confusion.
Oh.
Soul-aligned elemental attacks are especially effective against these wards.
Wow.
Interesting.
The abyss has gotten so advanced. It's scary to think about how much harder these fights will get if these abyssal monsters continue to evolve.
Okay, the
Yeah.
boss is gonna be
Okay,
really
that
challenging
was
this one.
a lot of information to take in at once.
This boss is gonna be
But
very
before
challenging.
we take our first break, we still have a couple of short announcements. Really short, I promise.
Okay.
First up, limited time exploration rewards will be available in version 5.2.
Ooh.
Just like in version 5.1, travelers
Yay.
can earn up to 400 extra Primo Gems. And the
Primo
rewards will be
Gems.
available all the way through version 5.3.
Okay.
It's now time to introduce the event wishes. In the first
Ooh.
half of version 5.2, travelers can look forward to event wishes.
I
from
am definitely
Chaska
getting
and
Chesky. Chaska.
Ororon will
Cheska. I was
also
gonna call it
receive a drop rate
Chesky.
boost.
It's Cheska.
And in the second half of version 5.2,
Oh.
the weapon banner will feature a new 5-star weapon, Astro Vulture's Crimson Plumage, and 2 new Natland-specific 4-star weapons.
Ooh.
Be sure to check them out if you're interested.
Alright,
Can I
it's
say
time for our first
something?
break. Once we come back, we'll dive right into the
Zhongli,
event
I
questions.
never let. Ah, I don't know what to say. I mean, never let. And Zhongli in the same banner. Oh my. I think is. I don't know how I'm gonna describe it. I don't know. But oh, the same banner? Dang, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be harder for those who wants to have both Zhongli and Mr. Neverlet. Oh, the combo. Oh, look at it. Do, 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 do. Alright.
Welcome
Ooh,
back,
new weapon.
travelers.
Welcome back. Let's dive straight into the event section. So in the first
Ooh.
event, we'll get to learn more about the Masters of the Nightwind.
That's right. In the version
Interesting.
5.2 event, Ikitomi Spirit-Seeking Scrolls, travelers will team up with Citlali and Auroron to get to the bottom of a mysterious accident that occurred within their tribe.
Travelers
Oh?
will need to complete combat challenges to defeat enemies who try to disrupt the ritual. They'll also need to reconstruct scenes from the tribe's woven scrolls and gather lost spirits scattered throughout the region. Travelers will only be able to uncover the truth if they collect all the clues. But don't worry, there are also
I'm
various
very interested
rewards to
so,
earn
though.
along the way, including Primo Gems.
Ooh, I really like the vibe of this event. It
Oh.
looks like Citlali is performing some kind of ritual. It's also mysterious.
When a situation gets tough, it's Granny to the rescue.
Search for the lost spirit.
Definitely.
Evil bat.
Citlali and
Punisher.
Aurora have some really fun dialogue in this event.
Oh?
I'm always grabbing the popcorn whenever these two interact. They're practically a two-person show. And speaking of fun, let's get into the event gameplay. First
Restore.
up is the Search for Lost Spirits minigame. Travelers will have to work together to herd the scattered roaming spirits into specific zones to earn points. Pay
Oh.
attention to the conditions on the field if you want a higher score. For example, travelers can jump on stone slabs that appear on the field.
Oh.
Break open and release even more spirits. Storms may also appear during the game. You can track down spirits more effectively if you pay attention to the direction of the storms.
In
Ooh.
Evil Banisher, travelers will need to select the right teams to complete the objectives.
Okay.
Completing all of the objectives will award you the Banishing Aura, which allows you to deal AoE damage by spraying paint at
Ooh.
enemies.
That paint really matches the Masters of the Night Wind's aesthetic. It's super cool.
Yeah, and so does the Spirit Loom in restoring fragmented records.
Ooh.
Saint Lali will use her powers to reveal special fragments. Travelers will need to piece these fragments together and assemble them on a woven scroll.
Ooh.
Make sure that you pay attention to the order and positions of the fragments.
Interesting.
There's something else that we should mention. Travelers can obtain a new 4-star sword by completing this event.
Okay.
The design definitely fits the Masters of the Night Wind.
I want to
It looks
know.
like some kind of ceremonial artifact.
I want to know about
I
the
totally
weapon.
agree. Oh, and this event will allow travelers
And we don't
learn
get to know
more
about the weapon.
Natlan's secrets. For example, this quest will reveal new clues about a mysterious and legendary place, the
Oh.
Mare Javari.
Wow,
Ooh.
we've been hearing about this place since Mondstadt. It'll be nice to get some new information. On a
Ooh.
related note, the Adventurers Guild has prepared a new trial for its members. Active adventurers have been invited to take on the challenge, including the Traveler.
Oh.
Travelers will need to complete various challenges with designated characters
Whoa.
and fully leverage their skills to earn rewards. I know you're up to the challenge, Travelers. Good luck.
In Mondstadt-related news, the Knights
Okay.
of Favonius are conducting a war game to improve security tactics in the region.
Oh.
And who better to test these tactics than the Honorary Knight? Be sure to pay close attention to the game, since the format has changed this time.
Okay.
Travelers will need to select combat units and stratagems to deploy against the opposing formation.
Oh.
Once the lineup
This is
set,
different.
monsters will fight automatically. Available combat units and stratagems are completely random. You know, just to build some unpredictability into the wargame. The chances of encountering elite combat units increases as the wargame progresses. Even more elite monsters will be available for travelers to use. It's a volatile environment, so do your best to win as many rounds as possible, earn wargame
This is gonna be
medals, and collect the
difficult.
rewards.
All right, let's keep the excitement rolling in this next event. We actually have a demo, so please take a look.
Oh, looks like they're selecting tactics. Double damage? That sounds powerful.
So we've selected. Oh. It's a
Whoa,
CGC.
It's automated. Cool. The elemental reaction effects
Oh,
are
it's CCG.
completely
Oh
different.
my god, I said it wrong,
This
didn't I?
brand new heated battle mode is called Automatic Artistry.
Oh my.
Powerful support cards have been added for nearly every elemental reaction.
I haven't
Choose
played this
cards
for
that
a
align
long
with your
time.
Strategies to trigger powerful elemental
You
reactions.
can get full
The
character.
effects will change depending on how you play.
I thought it was.
In addition, the overall gameplay is very laid back. Characters will automatically duel each other, and skill animations are now.
Oh.
Wow, it's
This
like
is-
we got a
this-
whole
the-
new Genius Invocation TCG after coming back from Natland. Talk about whiplash.
That's right. Even if you've never played Genius Invocation before, I really recommend checking out this new gameplay mode in version 5.2. The new
I'm gonna
version
check
will
it out.
Also bring a few updates to regular Genius
Ooh.
Invocation TCG.
Do you ever feel a little cooped up while you're playing card games? Well, don't worry about that. Our next event will give travelers the opportunity to enjoy the great outdoors.
Oh.
In Claw Convoy, travelers will need to help Lamia track down some adopted animals.
Aw.
Travelers will be able to see the animal's point of view by using a special tool. Once you've
Ooh.
managed to deduce their location, you'll be able to track them down. Once the animals are safe and sound, travelers will receive a gift from the mysterious figure who adopted them. I feel
Okay.
like Oloron would really shine in this event. He's definitely an animal lover.
I can see that.
I
I'm
definitely
sure
think
that
that's
he
Yu
would
Tao's.
jump at the chance to meet animals from other nations.
Yeah.
Finally, the Leyline Overflow event will return in version 5.2.
Okay.
If you need Mora or character EXP materials, then keep an eye out.
Alright.
Alright, let's dive into some updates and game optimizations.
Okay.
First up is the change to the Imaginarium Theater.
Oh.
Previously, travelers would be returned to the theater lobby after completing a challenge and have to reopen the Fantasia Tome to continue. Travelers
Yeah.
provided feedback that this setup interrupted their experience. So,
Yes.
this will no longer be the case in version 5.2.
Oh.
Now, after finishing a battle, All you need to do is click Next Act if you want to keep fighting.
Ah.
Travelers can now enjoy the thrill of combat without any interruptions.
And for all the generous travelers who like to configure supports for their friends, a supporting caster record has been added in the new update. You
Ooh.
can now check which friends have borrowed your supports by looking at the supporting cast screen.
Cool. It'll be nice to know that our supports are helping people out.
Yup.
Okay.
Oh, and the party configuration mechanic has also been optimized.
Oh.
Besides elemental filtering, the Imaginarium Theater will now feature recommended role icons, elemental statistics, and markers for the main types of enemies.
That is
Huh.
so helpful. I'll
Interesting.
occasionally put together a random team if I've just started experimenting with some characters, but this information should make it a
Ooh.
lot easier to form strategic teams.
These markers will display key information on how to counter enemies, but in a much more prominent position. Hopefully, this change will make it easier for travelers to form the best teams.
Yes. Now we can directly see which elements work best against specific enemies. That's definitely going to save some time.
For sure. And we can expect even more optimizations in the future as travelers continue to provide valuable feedback about their experiences. Okay, let's introduce the other system optimizations coming in version 5.2.
Okay.
You can now sort 5-star artifacts in your inventory based on when you obtained them. From
Oh,
the
that's
least to the greatest.
better.
Second,
Ah.
the animations for crafting materials, forging weapons, building furniture, and cooking dishes are now shorter in length.
Yes.
The dev team designed a lot
Finally.
of intricate animations for these features, but it can feel a bit frustrating when you have to watch them over and over again.
Yes.
There will also be several optimizations for the Serena teapot.
Oh.
The seed dispensary can now hold more of every type of seed. You'll be able to purchase wood at the Realm Depot in exchange for Realm currency. In
Oh.
addition, the cooldown for
Yes.
the boon of the Elder Tree will be reduced to 5 seconds. This way, it will be easier for travelers to collect wood.
Awesome. I've been meaning to use some cool replicas in my Serena teapot, but I'm always short on wood. So this should be really helpful.
Nice! I'm so excited for you.
I have not collected
and
any wood recently.
optimizations have been made to artifact locking. The updated lock assistance interface will
Oh.
allow you to configure lock settings with a single click.
Oh.
Just hit Use Recommended Settings and you're set. The recommended set lock plans will even update automatically based on popular in-game configurations. Of course,
Huh.
if you have your own ideas in mind, then you can always disable the recommended plans to configure custom ones instead.
The update also allows you to batch lock artifacts in your inventory based on the recommended general lock plan and set lock plans. This will make
Okay.
it much faster to organize your inventory.
Huh.
In addition, a shortcut button that navigates to the lock assistance interface will be added to the artifact domain challenge screen and the artifact acquisition screen. This
Okay.
should make it easier for travelers to configure their locking rules whenever they want. A star
Oh.
feature will also be added next to the lock button on each artifact.
Oh.
Travelers can use this feature to mark their favorite artifacts and filter by stars to quickly track them down.
Oh.
Finally, treasure compasses will now be able to locate even more treasure locations,
Okay.
including Sealies and time trial challenges. A quick
Ooh.
swap feature will also be added for treasure compasses and Oculus Resonance stones.
Okay.
Enabling this feature will allow travelers to more easily use these devices across regions. The
Huh.
feature will automatically switch to the compass or stone that corresponds to your location in the game.
Awesome.
Be sure to check out future announcements for more details on the version 5.2 optimization.
Very
All
interesting.
right. That was a lot of info, so this seems like a good time for our second break.
It's time for the third redemption code.
Okay. Yeah, I don't really know what the event store is gonna be. The one thing I really want to know. But it's getting interesting though. That is for sure. I'm getting hyped up though. I'm very hyped. I'm definitely gonna get the 5-star,
Welcome back, travelers.
the new 5-star
What
character.
else do we have on the agenda, Gabe?
We have some very exciting news to share.
Oh,
After the version update on November 20th, travelers will be able to play Genshin Impact on the Xbox Series X and S. Log into Genshin Impact on Xbox Series X and S consoles to receive the Wind Glider Wings of Fate's Course Intertwined. Additionally, Xbox Game Pass Ultimate members can play Genshin Impact via cloud game.
envious now.
They'll
I'm very
also
envious
find
of them.
extra rewards in their in-game mailbox.
Awesome.
All right, that should be
They
everything.
get a new wing
That
glider.
means that we've reached the end of the special program.
Aww.
Is there anything that you want to say before we go, Kai?
Yes,
We
I'm
actually-
really looking forward to all the new characters.
Sadly enough,
Trashka
we
and
don't
her
get the
weapons seem
Nintendo.
Really incredible. I'd love to see how her travel chronicle
Nintendo
unfolds because
Switch.
she has such an amazing personality. And
Hmm.
Auroron seems like a very layered character. The storytelling is definitely going to shine. What about you, Gabe?
Yeah, I'm just so excited for players to experience more of the Natland storyline, and we have so much to explore this time. I mean, 2 new
Maybe
tribes
Switch 2?
and
You never
a
know.
new area as well. And one thing I've always loved about Genshin Impact is how it's multi-platform. Like, I'm always logging in on different devices depending on where I am, so it's just exciting to see another platform become available for everyone.
Yeah.
And yeah, on that note, I hope you have fun with the new version, travelers.
Bye.
Bye.
And that's the end. That's the end of the stream.